Hello, my friend, and welcome back. Today I would like to talk about something that I am personally feeling right now, and I feel as though a lot of people also feel this way, and it's just something that I want to share. So I was talking about in a video the other day that I was feeling, like that I have a lot on my plate right now and feeling a little bit overwhelmed and, a message came through about how to kind of chunk things down and how to manage everything and how to just take things really one step at a time, because that's really all we can do. So to go along with that, I think that it was really important for me to look at my beliefs. Do I believe that I am extremely busy right now? Do I believe that I have a lot on my plate? It's the dog. Do I believe that there is not enough time for me to get everything done? Do I believe that I am tired? Do I believe that I don't have enough energy to do everything? And our beliefs create our reality, because our minds are so powerful, our hearts are so powerful that when we believe something, that is the rate at which we vibrate. So we all know that life is a game of vibrations and attraction. So when we are vibrating at a certain level, we are attracting that like level. So that is why our beliefs create our reality, is because when you believe something, that is the vibration that you're giving out. So the universe has no other choice, because it is universal law that it will just match the vibration that you are putting out, or that I am putting out. So with that said, that really caused me to reflect and to have, to kind of create an affirmation around this to help me change that belief. And I really want to turn that belief around. And it's only been a little bit of time, although I have felt good results from this. So the affirmation that I have been saying to myself for the past few days has been that there is time and energy for me to do everything that I want and need to do. And I've been repeating that to myself to really anchor in that belief, because that's why an affirmation works, is because it then changes your belief. And the repetitiveness of the affirmation is what puts it into your subconscious, and in your subconscious is where your beliefs are held. I don't know why I keep pointing to the back of my head, because the subconscious is not really back there, but just for spatial reference. So yeah, I have been repeating to myself, there is time. I have time and energy to do everything I want and need. So, and I like to do the want and need because, when you have a lot on your plate, like, I still want to be doing the things that I want. I just don't want to be in survival mode and just checking off my list and just grinding towards the things that I have to do. I want to be happy. I want to be feeling joy. So I want to be making time for the things that that I want to do. There are a few, like, I want to spend time with my boyfriend. I want to catch up on my TV shows sometimes. I like want to read the book that I want to read, and I just don't want to be acting out of pure necessity. So that is why I coupled it with want and need, and so I am implanting that belief that there is always time for everything, because time is relative. So we need to really anchor that in, that time is relative. So if time is relative, then in theory, there's time for everything. And, what that really looks like in our reality could be different. It could be, you know, you may be letting go of something that is taking up other time and space, or honestly, you know, maybe you're being more efficient and getting more done in less time, therefore creating the time and space for you to do other things. Time can be created because it is relative. So all we have to do is just believe that we have that time, and that time is there for us, and that, you know, they say like time is finite, but is it? Wouldn't time be infinite? Because there is no, if time was finite, then wouldn't time end at some point? But there is no end in time, therefore time is infinite. And you may say like, okay, well, as a human you have a finite time on this earth. Maybe, but what does the new earth look like? Are we gonna evolve out of dying? Are we gonna evolve out of aging? I don't know. We're in a time that humans have never been here before. Apparently there's no biological reason for us to age. It's just purely on belief. That's kind of crazy. So anyways, so when you start to open yourself up to those possibilities, you can then open yourself up to a world where you have time to do everything you want and need. And I'm not saying go out and fill your plate and think of every possible thing that you want and need to do and try and get it done. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying take a look at your life and the things that you want to get done, the things that you need to get done or that you want to do and that you need to get done, and then start to implement the belief that you have the time to do everything, and that time will be created and that time will always be there. Not in a way for you to put things off, but just in a way for you to actually be able to do things and to be able to carry out what you need to carry out. And I'll tell you, I have gotten so much done in the past couple days that I have started implementing this belief that it's only fueling that belief even more. And so the next thing I want to talk about is energy, because I am what is called a highly sensitive person. I am empathic. And so, and I know a lot of people, I think it's about 25% of the population is a highly sensitive person. I don't know the percent out of that is empathic. I'm not really sure. But a highly sensitive person, you know, has to be very careful with their self-care. I have to prioritize my sleep. Like, it almost doesn't make sense to some people because they're like, well, just trim down your sleep. I'm like, well, no, sleep is a priority to me because I know that sleep affects every single other aspect of my life. So it's something that I very much need to keep as a priority in my life. So with that being said, I do have a lot of issues around energy, about not having enough energy to do things. And I heard someone say this a while ago, and it really, really stuck with me. And they said that you will have the energy to do things as you go to do them, right when you go to do them, and not before. So you don't have to be super energized in the beginning of your day to do something at the end of your day. And, you know, starting to think, well, like, I'm so tired today, I'm not going to be able to do that, is really like contradictory and and not self-serving, basically. And I'm not saying like that you shouldn't get rest and you shouldn't listen to your body. You should always be listening to your body because your body is always speaking to you. I'm talking about the days that you're thinking ahead in the future and you're saying, I just don't have the energy to do that. I'm not sure if you ever work out, but, you know, a lot of times, like, when I'm working out, like, I don't want to work out beforehand. And sometimes, like, right, even getting dressed, I'm like, ugh, like, I feel like a little tired. But I've always noticed that every single time that I go to do my workout, I have the energy to do the workout. Like, not every workout is the best workout I've ever done and like super stellar. However, I always have the energy to carry through that workout and I never regret it. So I've been really trying to also implement that as a part of my affirmation, that I will have the energy to do things as you go to do them, because the universe works in the now, in the present. There is no past and there is no future. So there is no way that the universe can give us the energy to do things in the future, if that makes sense. Because the future doesn't exist. We only have now. So that is why, and it's not just energy, it's also opportunities, it's also money, it's also every other thing energetically will come to us in perfect timing as we need them. And this can be like a really hard concept for us to grasp because we're humans and we're planners and, you know, like, okay, in order for me to do this, I need the time and energy. And then what we don't realize is that we will have it when we go to do it and not before. And that is something that has been so important for me to get things done, is because, you know, even something as simple as like doing a load of wash, you know, like, well, I just don't have the energy to do it, you know. But then I realize that when I actually go to do it, I do have the energy to carry it out. Or, you know, I've got like a lot of hair and stuff, so I shower at night. Like, when I want to shower at night, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm just like so tired. Like, don't want to be washing all this hair right now. But I notice that when I'm actually in the shower and I go to wash my hair, and like as I go through that process, I'm never drained of energy. I'm never like, oh my goodness, it's so hard, you know. And like, of course there are exceptions to this, like when you know, when you truly are tired and when you need to rest. But I'm talking about basic day to day, like there's no real reason why you should be that tired kind of thing. And even when you are that tired, I'm not suggesting that you push through and you grind and you keep go. However, you will find that sometimes even when you are exhausted, when you go to do things, that you actually still have the energy to do them. And that is because you will always have the energy to do everything you want and need. Always. You will always have the time and energy to do everything that you want and need to do. And I feel as though this belief has been so important and so impactful, and I definitely want to keep, you know, getting it back in that subconscious, because I feel it's so important and paramount in these times, because also everything is moving at an accelerated pace. So I feel that is also another like brick on the wall of feeling overwhelmed, because now things are like moving like this and we're used to it like moving like this. And, you know, our human selves need to kind of catch up to that. So so I can only speak for myself personally. I know I'm being challenged right now. I know I'm in a time of evolving, and I won't crumble, you know. I'm gonna keep going, you know, because I have the time and energy to do everything that I want and need. And that is why. And that is the belief that I am implementing into my life right now, and I highly suggest it for you. If you are seeing this video and you're feeling a little overwhelmed right now and you got a lot on your plate, or, you know, life is just seeming like a little bit crazy right now, I highly suggest that you start talking yourself through that. And, you know, you can come up with your own version of that affirmation, or you can just use it exactly as I do. I have the time and energy to do everything I want and need to do. I have. You already have it here, right now. I am, okay? We always want to be talking in the present moment, because the present moment is the only thing that exists. This moment, right now. Not in 5 seconds, not in 5 minutes, not in 5 days, not in 5 years, not 5 minutes ago, not 5 years ago. All of that just doesn't exist. The past only exists in our minds, and the future actually only exists in our minds, what we can imagine it to be. They neither exist. We are only in the ever present, the everlasting now. So, that was our message for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this brought you some value. My name is Anne, and I'll see you soon, my friend.